What can GTA 6 can learn from other GTA games, for example from GTA 5? It can take multiple characters management. GTA 5's revolutionary multiple protagonist system wasn't just a gimmick, it was a game changer. By letting players switch between Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, the game created a dynamic storytelling experience that felt fresh and unpredictable. Each character had their own unique personality, backstory, and quirks that made them feel genuinely distinct. Michael was the retired criminal trying to live a normal life. Trevor was the unhinged psychopath, and Franklin was the ambitious young guy looking to climb the social ladder. For GTA 6, the key is to double down on this character diversity. If the two protagonists are going to work, they need to be more than just plot devices. They need to be fully realized individuals with their own motivations, flaws, and narrative arcs. The game should allow seamless switching that feels organic, not just a mechanical gameplay feature. Think about how in GTA 5, you could be in the middle of a heist and quickly swap characters to see the same scene from a different perspective. Another brilliant aspect of GTA 5's character system was how the protagonists interacted with each other. Their relationships weren't just surface level, they had genuine tension, humor, and complexity. The game brilliantly wove their individual stories together, creating moments of collaboration and conflict that felt totally natural. GTA 6 should take this even further, creating characters whose lives are deeply interconnected, but who still maintain their own distinct identities. The gameplay mechanics should also reflect each character's unique abilities and backgrounds. In GTA 5, each character had special skills: Michael's shooting precision, Trevor's rage mode, Franklin's driving expertise. GTA 6 could expand on this, giving each protagonist abilities that genuinely impact how you play the game and solve missions. Ultimately, what made GTA 5's multiple characters work was the sense of depth and unpredictability. These weren't just avatars you controlled, they were living, breathing personalities with their own dreams, nightmares, and wild stories. If GTA 6 can capture that same magic, giving us characters we genuinely care about and want to explore, it'll be a massive win for the franchise. So here's hoping Rockstar continues to push the boundaries of storytelling in open-world games. Can't wait to see what they've got up their sleeves for GTA 6. Back in GTA 4, Rockstar was low-key revolutionary with how interactive the world felt. Remember how Nico could actually sit down on benches, interact with random NPCs in ways that felt supernatural, and the world just seemed more alive? Those small details were mind-blowing for its time. Now imagine that concept with today's insane technological capabilities. GTA 6 could take that interactivity and crank it up to absolute maximum. We're talking about a world where literally everything feels like it has purpose. NPCs with way more complex behavioral patterns. Conversations that actually sound like real human interactions, not just copy-paste dialogue. Like, imagine walking down a street and overhearing conversations that feel so authentic they could be straight out of a documentary. The technology advancement means GTA 6 could create a world that literally breathes and responds to you. Imagine NPCs remembering your previous interactions, shops that change based on time of day, weather actually impacting how people behave and move. Your actions could create ripple effects that feel genuinely organic, not just scripted game mechanics. Social media and technology could be another massive upgrade. In GTA 4, phone interactions were revolutionary. In GTA 6, we could have full-blown dynamic social media systems where your in-game actions create online buzz, fake news spreads, and the entire virtual world reacts to your gameplay in real time. Think about how wild that would be. Environmental interactions could be next level too. Not just breaking windows or moving objects, but truly transformative interactions. Imagine hacking systems, influencing city infrastructure, creating actual butterfly effects with your choices. The world doesn't just react. It evolves based on you. Bottom line? GTA 6 needs to make the world feel less like a game environment and more like a living, breathing ecosystem. Take GTA 4's groundbreaking interactivity and inject it with 2025's tech steroids. We're not just playing a game anymore. We're living in a simulation that feels more real than reality itself. Take Big Smoke's betrayal, for example. It wasn't just a random plot twist. It was a carefully constructed narrative that made total sense when it unfolded. The game spent hours building up these relationships, making you care about these characters, So when Big Smoke sells out the Grove Street family, it feels like a genuine gut punch. That's the kind of storytelling GTA 6 needs to aim for. Betrayals that make you feel something real, not just shock value. The beauty of San Andreas was how it showed the complexity of street life. These weren't just good guys or bad guys. They were human beings with motivations, struggles, and personal demons. Ryder's jealousy, Sweet's fierce loyalty, Big Smoke's ambition. Each character had a fully realized arc that made their actions feel authentic. GTA 6 should take this approach and go even deeper, creating characters with such intricate backstories that their choices feel completely believable. The Grove Street crew wasn't just a gang, they were a family. The betrayal hurt so much because you felt the history, the shared experiences, the love between these characters. When Big Smoke and Ryder turn their backs on CJ, it's not just a plot point. It's a profound emotional moment that changes everything. The game also did an incredible job of showing how external forces and personal ambition can tear apart even the closest relationships. Big Smoke's betrayal wasn't just about personal gain, it was about systemic corruption, the allure of power, and the impossible choices people make when trapped in a broken system. GTA 6 could expand on this, creating betrayals that are about more than just individual motivations, but larger societal pressures. Character growth was another massive strength. CJ's journey from a low-level gang member to a complex, multi-dimensional character was masterfully done. His relationships evolved, changed, and ultimately defined his arc. The game showed how loyalty, betrayal, and personal growth are all interconnected. For GTA 6, the challenge is to create relationships that feel just as genuine and heart-wrenching. We want characters that we'll remember years after playing the game, betrayals that make us feel something real, and a narrative that goes beyond just shooting and stealing cars. Vice City was a masterclass in character creation, largely thanks to its vibrant 80s aesthetic and the absolutely iconic voice acting. Take Tommy Vercetti. He was amazing, but the characters around him, they were absolute legends. Characters like Ken Rosenberg, Lance Vance, and even minor characters like Ricardo Diaz had so much personality that they felt like they could headline their own movie. The secret sauce was depth and authenticity. Each character wasn't just a plot device. They were fully realized personalities with their own quirks, motivations, and memorable dialogue. Ken Rosenberg, for instance, wasn't just a sidekick. He was a neurotic, sweaty lawyer who felt so real you could practically smell his desperation. His relationship with Tommy was complex, part friendship, part survival, completely hilarious. Lance Vance is another perfect example. He wasn't just a revenge-driven character. He was a multi-dimensional personality whose arc felt genuinely tragic. His relationship with Tommy was a roller coaster of trust, betrayal, and complexity that made players actually care about what happened to him. For GTA 6, the lesson is crystal clear. Create side characters that are so good, they could headline their own game. Give them unique backstories that go beyond basic motivations, dialogue that feels authentic and quotable, personal quirks that make them memorable, genuine character arcs that evolve throughout the game. The 80s setting of Vice City gave characters room to be over the top, but they never felt cartoonish. They felt like real people caught in an absolutely wild world. That's the magic GTA 6 needs to capture. Characters that are larger than life but still feel grounded in some kind of reality. Voice acting is going to be crucial. Vice City's characters were brought to life by actors who understood the assignment. They weren't just reading lines, they were creating entire personalities. Each character felt like they had a life outside of the main storyline. Rockstar's ability to create characters that feel like they've stepped right out of a cult classic movie is unmatched. Vice City showed that in an open-world game, your side characters can be just as important as your protagonist. They're not just supporting cast, they're the spice that makes the entire narrative dish delicious. So GTA 6, take notes from Vice City. Make your characters so good that players will be quoting them years after they've finished the game. Now GTA 3 and GTA 6. GTA 3 was a game changer, not just because it pioneered the 3D open-world genre, but because it made every single mission feel like a unique experience. Back then, mission diversity wasn't just a feature, it was an art form. Unlike GTA 5, which sometimes fell into repetitive mission structures, GTA 3 kept players on their toes with missions that felt completely different from each other. The magic of GTA 3's missions was their unpredictability. One moment you'd be a classic hit job, the next you'd be navigating a completely different gameplay scenario. We're talking missions that required stealth, precision driving, strategic thinking, and pure chaos, all in the same game. Each mission felt like its own mini-story, with unique objectives that went way beyond the standard drive here, shoot that formula. What GTA 6 needs to learn is the art of surprise. Mission diversity isn't just about changing the location or the target. It's about creating completely unique gameplay experiences. In GTA 3, you might go from a standard assassination mission to something that feels like a completely different game genre. One mission could be a precision driving challenge, the next a stealth infiltration, then suddenly you're managing a complex multi-step heist. The key is to make players feel like they never know what's coming next. GTA 5 sometimes fell into a rhythm where missions started to feel repetitive. Shoot, drive, escape. But GTA 3 understood that variety is the spice of gameplay. Each mission was a unique puzzle that required different skills, different approaches, and kept players constantly engaged. Think about how GTA 6 could expand on this. Modern technology means they could create missions with multiple approaches, dynamic objectives that change in real time, and gameplay mechanics that switch up completely mid-mission. Imagine a mission that starts as a standard heist, but suddenly transforms into a high-stakes chase, or an infiltration that requires you to completely change your strategy on the fly. Character-specific missions could be another way different protagonists could have completely different mission types that play to their unique skills. One character might excel in stealth, another in driving, another in pure combat. This would keep the gameplay fresh and exciting. The ultimate goal is to make players feel like each mission is an event, not just another task to complete. GTA 3 understood this perfectly. Every mission was an adventure, a story unto itself. GTA 6 needs to take this concept and supercharge it with modern gaming technology. Rockstar, if you're listening, give us missions that make our jaws drop. Make us excited to see what comes next, not just go through the motions. Make it unpredictable. And we are done. If you too have some suggestions regarding what GTA 6 should be or should take from previous games, comment down, I'll love to hear them. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.